Okay, great. Thankful to have a great resource today, Marie Askew, who's a Vice President of Small Business Lending for Live Oak Bank. And today's topic is going to be to go over some amazing, really unprecedented new SBA loan perks that are going to be coming into effect here very soon for 2021. And Marie, like I mentioned, she's a small business lending expert for Live Oak Bank. Live Oak Bank is one of the top SBA lenders in the country, and she has a tremendous expertise. She helps small business owners every day, entrepreneurs, people that want to buy a business, obtain an SBA loan. So she's going to be able to share all the details of these perks with us. So we're so thankful to have her. Thank you, Marie, for joining.
Thank you so much for having me, George. I appreciate it. What a great intro. I feel honored to be here.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present our screen here because we put together some slides to be able to give everybody the meat and the details. So in just the intro, the topics we're going to go over, we're going to go over the perks. We're going to get all the details from Marie. Because one question I have is how has the SBA market been impacted by the COVID crisis? Obviously, this is coming out of COVID, and then of course, how we can get more information about whether or not we can obtain an SBA loan. So with that said, I'm going to let Marie kind of guide us through some of these great topics, and I'll try to jump in with some good questions.
Perfect. Well, the SBA program is a fantastic product, regardless if you use the 7A program or want to purchase your own building for your business under the 504 program. There's a tremendous amount of value and advantages for small businesses seeking capital. Probably the best perks of the SBA loan program is less money down, longer terms, more cash in a borrower's pocket to help grow their business and weather a downturn or an unforeseen circumstance such as a pandemic. But recently, Congress passed this Economic Aid Act on December 27th, 2020, which has given probably borrowers the best opportunity that I've seen to purchase a business right now. So the next slide.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, here we are. Yep.
They've passed, a tremendous amount of aid down to small businesses through what we've all heard, the PPP program, which is the Paycheck Protection Program, but more for looking forward into the future of 2021, what can borrowers expect to see? And probably the top items that will affect borrowers is the waiving of the SBA guarantee fee, which is until funds run out. Of course, nobody knows when that will be, or until the end of the year, which is September 30th, 2021, and a 6-month P&I payment for up to $9,000 for individuals that start their process from February 1st, 2021. So those are probably the biggest perks to any borrower looking to buy a business right now, or even they get the perk during under the 504 program to purchase their business or the building for their business.
Okay, so let me just to digest that. So Congress passed the law in December 2020 to extend the P, which was the program to give essentially loans to businesses that were impacted by COVID. But on top of that, it sounds like they are making it more attractive to get an SBA loan for a business. Is that a good summary in simple terms?
Absolutely. And in addition to that, they're also giving an advantage to banks. They're increasing, in some cases, the level of the guarantee to the banks. So in some cases, it goes from 75% to 90%, also giving a greater advantage for banks to continue lending and getting capital out to businesses. For the borrower, again, that perk, as long as funds last, they get that 6-month P&I payment, as well as the waiving of that SBA guarantee fee, which is pretty substantial. And we'll talk about that more in a few minutes.
Okay, so just to be yeah, we would definitely want to get more details, but just to set the threshold. So in order for me to qualify for this program, I don't necessarily have to have had a PPP loan, right?
Correct. Those
And
are two separate.
so it's a separate. So this is separate in addition to the PPP. In addition to extending the PPP, there's a new program where I can now loan to buy a business. What if I wanted to start a business?
I would say it's an additional perk to doing an SBA loan because just the regular standard SBA loan has a tremendous amount of value and perks to it. But in addition to what's already part of that program, they've passed down this new CARES Act, which entices borrowers to help them transition during that period of 2021, because we know that there's still a little bit uncertainty in the market, but there's a lot of opportunity with that as well. So that 6-month P&I payment, the reduction of the fee, is also just a tremendous amount of an additional perk to borrowers looking to purchase a business right now.
Okay, great. Well, let's go on to the next slide and maybe find out some more details. So it says, so it looks like it's starting February 1st. Is that right?
Correct. So borrowers can apply now. I mean, it's not February 1st, which is quickly approaching, but you can apply right now. And we're just days away from February 1st. So It's really between February 1st to the end of September. As long as funds are available, they will get all of these perks to their loan. So again, probably the two biggest is the waiving of that SBA guarantee fee and the principal interest payment for 6 months up to $9,000 per month.
Wow. So you say, yeah, like you said, principal and interest, P&I is waived for up to 6 months, not for up to 9,000. Now, is that 9,000 in total or 9,000 per month?
$9,000 per month. So that's a huge savings to a small business that is looking to buy a business.
Yes, I know. In our experience with our customers, a lot of our customers, sensitive to their cash flow, especially when they're starting the business. So I can imagine that would be tremendous, being able to save $9,000 per month while they're, say, onboarding a new business and ramping up. So that's amazing. And so let's go.
For a new business owner going into a new business, and it's very emotional. They're very excited and everything. Right. So during that 6 months to a year, this is just a great handoff to a new business owner to really help them keep the momentum, help them transition and keep that cash in their pocket and the cash flow of the business moving along.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing. So, and then you also mentioned the guarantee fee. So tell me about the guarantee fee. What is that? Does that money go to the bank? Would that go to Live Oak Bank?
Yeah, so the SBA program has fees that are associated with the loan, and that is used to support the program. So the bank collects the SBA guarantee fee and they pass it to the federal government. The bank doesn't make any money off of those guarantee fees. It's basically a fee that goes to support the loss loan reserves, the employees, to really help run that program over the course of the years of that loan. And there was a period of time that tax dollars were used, but the primary support of those loans of the SBA program is those fees that are collected. So during this temporary period of time, they're waiving that SBA guarantee fee to borrowers.
And I know you're going to give us, on the next couple slides, some examples or an example or so we can really see how that plays out.
Yes.
And so I see more terms here on this, more of the details here on this page. So I'll let you walk us through some of these details.
Yeah, these are some of the standard perks to the SBA program. It is a fully amortized loan. There's no balloon payments, meaning, on a specific day, the total balance is not due. It's a fully amortized type product. The program can also support working capital needs for businesses, which, as you know, in a small business, the number one concern our business owners is the working capital.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then it looks like you goes from 250 up to 5 million.
Yes.
The amount.
There is some other perks. For example, in the express loans, it's been considered an express loan up to $350,000. During this period of time, they've changed that where the express loan will also go up to $1 million. And then after the program or the perk is over, they're going to increase that express line of 350 to actually $500,000. So through this program, they're adjusting it. They're giving, increasing amounts for the express program. But the 7A does go up to the $5 million range right now.
Okay, so an express loan, that would be one, I guess, where it's maybe a more slimmed down process, more streamlined and faster turnaround to get the loan?
Yes, correct. So up to $1 million during this period of time, from a $350 to $1 million. And then thereafter, that express loan will be $500,000 in the standard program.
Okay. And then the terms, I see it's 10 years for business acquisition or 25 years for real estate. So if you're buying business with real estate, then it could be extended out to 25 years, I guess?
Yes, I mean, there's definitely different products and different structures. Live Oak continues to really, provide unique structures to a lot of projects. But the standard terms are a 10-year for business acquisition, fully amortized, and over real estate, a 25-year term, which gives a little bit of flexibility, as well as, less money down.
Okay. And then, and no prepayment penalties for loan terms that are 50. I get a 10-year loan to buy a business. I get my first 6 months of principal and interest waived for up to $9,000. There's the no guarantee fee. And then if I prepay, I'm not going to be penalized for that, I guess, right?
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Loans under 15 years have no prepayment penalty. So if you choose to do, an advance payment or pay it off sooner, then there's absolutely the flexibility to do so under the 7A.
Okay, fantastic, Marie. So let's go through an example. I think it's really going to come to life. Can you walk us through this next slide, please?
Yeah, this is, just an example of what a borrower could think, could really, how much am I really saving during this period of time? So on a loan amount around $2 million, on a business purchase of, for a 10-year term, we're, looking at a subsidy of 6 months. We're looking at waiving that guarantee fee of, over $50,000. And that, monthly, because you're not financing that $50,000, your loan amount is therefore slightly less. So there is a net gain to the borrower for a lesser loan amount over the course of the loan, because you're borrowing less. And then that monthly payment without that subsidy, is tremendous. I mean, that's just a lot of money on the table right now for borrowers looking to buy businesses.
Wow. So in this scenario, the person's going to save over $125,000, it looks like.
That is correct.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Like you said, and it goes right to their bottom line, and they have, better cash flow when they're in the first 6 months after they've acquired a business.
Absolutely.
So follow the math here. So even though it's a $9,000 cap, under the terms of the program, you're actually saving more than $9,000 because you're reducing your principal by the amount of the guarantee. Did I get that right in the math?
Correct. Yeah, if you're borrowing less, then you're going to be paying less over the course of the duration of the loan, right?
Sure, of course. Yeah. So actually your monthly payment's over $9,000 less. So, okay, that's great. So we go from a $21,000 monthly payment and change to a $12,607 monthly payment. Okay. Amazing. Yeah. So that's really, I mean, how often does the SBA do this type of program?
I've seen whenever there's economic crisis, the SBA has been great to step in and help small businesses. So, small business is the backbone of the United States. And, many of them, to no fault of their own, have been impacted by, this COVID pandemic. And, they've done waiving of the fees and, other perks to the program, but I've never seen the waiving of the fees along with the 6-month payment program put all into one package so quickly to assist businesses as we have seen in 2021.
And I guess is there some urgency, because I think you mentioned earlier that until the money runs out, right?
Yes, that is correct. The package is first come, first serve. So, and it does, as we say, take an act of Congress to extend it or replenish funds. It's not just a play on words. It does take an act of Congress. So it is until funds run out. So, and nobody has a crystal ball to know when that will happen. But we did see a big surge last year with, these perks that were given to small businesses and during the pandemic. And there was a surge in the business, businesses trying to obtain those funds as long as they were available. So we're expecting something similar this year.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, as like the trying to like wait for Congress to act is, can be unreliable, to say the least. So I guess you got to act now for sure. So that, like you said, your experience last year, I mean, why don't you use this slide to tell us about that? Because it sounds like, yeah, you guys did. Live Oak Bank was the #1 lender in 2020 for 7(a) loans.
Yeah, so by volume, Live Oak did $1.8 billion and change in loans to small businesses. What we do is help small businesses. We think of them as our partners and a relationship over the course of their growing business. So we have a saying that our customer is the only customer. So we try to give them a hands-on experience from the beginning of the process, working with myself to all the way after when the loan funds and they're in our servicing department and still talking to our bank. It's a continued effort throughout the course of the life of the loan. It just doesn't stop from day one.
Yeah, I've seen the commercials on YouTube. So yeah, it's probably not just because I'm clicking on the website too.
It's a great resource too for business owners. You can always email me information, if you're requesting certain information, but our website really is, goes to help small businesses. There's a lot of resources there to help business if they're looking to, get more information in a specific sector or, application process or something of that nature. We're not only on YouTube, but our website also has tremendous amount of information for borrowers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I just saw the ads on YouTube. So, no, that's amazing. So I guess the next step, if someone's interested, I know that on our website we have an application where people can submit to get information about their situation to see if they might qualify, and I'll include a link to that in the description of this post. And I know I would love to set up some more time with you, Marie, and get tap more of your knowledge just as far as the process and more of the details of how somebody might qualify. So I would love to, maybe we can set up some more time for that in the future and post another one of these conversations.
Anytime, I would love it. How you can use the Rob's program for your down payment, how the process works, the time, everything. We could definitely talk more about, I could talk about SBA all day long, any day of the week, weekends. I sleep, eat, drink, about SBA loans. So anytime.
Awesome. Yes, we'll definitely set some time up for sure. So, and I know we've got some other slides here, so I'll let you walk us through if you want to highlight some things on these slides.
Yeah, Live Oak has a streamlined process. We're very, we have a very high efficiency process when we do loans with our customers. A couple of nuances that we want to mention, due to the COVID impact and the pandemic is, borrowers and sellers need to be aware that, everybody understands that, the pandemic affected everybody differently. However, we're still open for business. We're still lending. We do have COVID questionnaires that borrowers will need to complete, or sellers will need to complete, on how it affected their business. Were they closed? Were they closed for a long period of time, a short period of time? Have they ramped back up to where they were? So they should expect to provide additional financial information in their application, such as comparative periods. If they provided an interim statement for October 31st, 2020, then they may need to provide an October 30th, 2019 to show the comparative periods or months, to show that the business has either recovered or it is in the process of recovering. So they should be prepared to answer those questions, because any underwriter is going to have some need to fulfill the application with that information.
Got it. Yes. So obviously, I mean, it's clearly Live Oak has still been lending despite the COVID crisis, but it sounds like some of the impacts are the financial information is being expected to be presented. I mean, I guess I would imagine many businesses are down, of course. So, but it sounds like Live Oak is trying to take a thoughtful approach to see and really compare apples to apples as far as how a particular business has bounced back from the crisis, right?
Exactly. And the only way to do that is to provide the financial information to show the comparative periods. And then that way you could really see where that business is tracking. And for a new borrower stepping in to buy a business, they really need to know where that business is in that process. Although some businesses have been, impacted, horribly, and it's incredibly, unfortunate, there actually has been businesses that have been impacted positively. And so then we're seeing, hey, what's this big spike in your business? We also want to explain the benefits that individuals have experienced due to the pandemic, and the ones that have had unfortunate impacts. Then we definitely want to do a very, like you said, thoughtful comparison of where they are in that process.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So you got to stay agile in these changing times for sure. So, and there's your nice picture there and contact information. So it looks like you're on LinkedIn, and there's your email, marie.askew@liveoak.bank, and your phone number, 209-747-0151. And like I said, we'll include a link in the YouTube description to our website where people can submit, a brief questionnaire to gather to get some feedback on their situation.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. And again, any questions, just feel free to email me, call me, and I'll get back to you. I look forward to doing another one with you, George. This has been great.
Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate your time. Thanks for sharing this great information in the great program. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.